Hey guys, hello, welcome. The lightning is not so bad today, right? Hey, welcome. Please, run. Okay. Um. So I'm gonna also run myself. Enhanced by Bev. Hello, hello, fam. What? Plus 39. Whose number is that? Hello, Christiana. Plus 39. Which number be that? Plus 39. Just gonna um send it to places to people. I just saw now that a friend of mine, she's also live, so I can imagine Italy. Who do I know in Italy that's calling me? Italy. Italy care. Thank you. I don't know anybody in Italy that will just be calling me direct like that. So okay, I know Tracy. Tracy is the only one that will just call me direct. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. I'm sending it. I'm sending it round. I'm saying round. Two people still. I don't know why me myself I can't even see the thing. I'm trying to. Now it came. Okay. Thumbs up, ninja, and here. Please remember to thumbs up, guys. Ninja. Just gonna be using all my accounts first while I wait for other people. I'm just gonna be here for 2 hours 15 minutes. But I'll be 2 hours 15 minutes. So yeah, what's up today? So I was thinking that so first of all, guys, my Facebook live went tremendous. I don't know what happened today. Like, hey, the third of today, we were having up to 200 people watching at the same time, like at the same time. But now let's see how many views we got. Let's see how many views we got today. Like, let's see. Okay, first of all, I got 200 new followers on Facebook just by my live today. I can see that I'm plus 200 people. That is a good one. Then let's see how many views we got. We got 103 shares. Hey, Jai Arrow, thank you, mommy, for coming. And oh God, look at how many views, guys. Are you ready to hear how many views? Oh God, how is these views was on YouTube? I for don't make up. Okay, I for don't make up. Guess how many views? Hey, I don't know if you talk a combat. I don't know if you talk a combat. Okay, but it went good on you. It went good on Facebook. If you want to see how many views I got on Facebook, go and check it by yourself. Check this look, check it well on Facebook, because you will not see it well. Like, you will not see it well through this phone. You will not see the green well. You will not see the whole mede thingy. You will not understand. Okay, if you want to see it, please do go there. Okay, the Facebook live was tremendous. It was really, really nice. It's fine. I didn't wear the other hair that I was supposed to wear because I found out that my what's it called I found out that my straightening nenemi is inside the car, and I found that out late, like last minute. So I just said, okay, you know what, I'm going to wear this, then I can wear that tomorrow. But I still want to wear it even without the straightener, because I would just want to see how it looks. I gained 200 plus, what's it called? 200 plus followers. I wish now here, now I just get the 200 plus now for don't reach 1K. You see? So guys, how's your week been? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Um, what do I want to talk about? What have I been thinking about recently that I want to talk about? Let me see. Let's talk about I'm trying to see, because I've been thinking of a lot lately. Okay, yes, let's talk about people with special needs. People with special needs. Let's talk about those people. Let's talk about that. Kids and people with special needs. What do you guys think? Sorry, mommy. Yeah, Christy she's been strong. She's been strong, but God no go shame us. Good evening, Mrs. Lovett. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for thumbs up. For the thumbs up. Thank you so much. So we're talking about today we're going to be talking about kids slash um people living with disabilities, and people living with disability. It's a broad it's a broad broad topic. Okay, so because there are different kinds of disabled or disabilities, but the one that is close to my heart is what I work with as well, and it's autism. And the reason why autism is really close to my heart is because it's one of those disabilities that you can't actually see per se, unless you kind of know what it's about, and you can't really see it. You Someone can look normal, and actually even have a normal, almost normal kind of life, and you think that this person is perfectly okay, but the person is struggling with some autistic, fights. Let's use that word. And with where I work, to be precise, where I work, what they all have in common is autism, but then they also have different diagnosis. Okay, so it's not only autism. We have someone that is blind, someone that is Downs, that has Downs, someone that is completely retarded, different. So so you have retarded people that are autistic. You also have people that are not fully retarded, but have some difficulties in other things that can also be autistic. And so they come in different shapes and different forms, right? So thank you, that thick girl. Thank you so much for coming. I know you're already in bed. Thank you so much. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be talking today. We're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be talking. And the reason why I'm going to be talking about it is, if you have anything to ask, or if you have anything to contribute, just make sure you do that. And instead, yeah, I think I'll just be talking, and then from there, we're just gonna find a conversation out of it. So please hold on. Okay. Okay, guys. So, is everyone with me? Okay. Thank you so much. So, please do share. So, let's talk about autism. Okay, autistic people, autism, autistic autism. Okay. So first and foremost, let's just get this description of autism from Google. So let's get that let's get that, like, kind of like, let's get the description autism, the spectrum, very correctly. Okay, so this says autism, or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and non-verbal communication. According to the Centers for Disease Control, autism affects an estimate of 1 in 54 children in the United States today. Okay? Okay, so what are autism symptoms and signs? Abnormal body posturing or facial expressions, abnormal tone of voice, avoidance of eye contact or poor eye contact, behavioral disturbance, delay in learning to speak, flat or monotonous speech, inappropriate social interaction, and deficits in language comprehension. Does all this make sense? And there are various types of autism. Apparently, there are like 5 kinds of autism, and yeah, so that is the Google translation of autism. So I'll be going into these things and I'll be explaining it. Okay, I'll be explaining with practical examples of what I have, me myself, I have experienced. First and foremost, I will say that autism, it's very important that we catch it as young as possible when the child is young. Okay, so this is why it's very, very, very important that parents, you are your ID ground. You understand? It can be, for someone, if it's your first child, you might not know what to expect and what not to expect. You might not know when something is supposed to, when something is abnormal. Like from this age, there are some kids that learn to walk. They learn to walk very fast, and then there are some that it takes a little time. It's the same with talking and stuff like that. So a lot of things, a lot of development, it varies from child to child. But in a way, there is kind of like a structure, a frame in between this age to this age. This child is supposed to be able to do this and this. Between this age to this age, this child is supposed to be able to do this and this. Now, if the child can't do it, then we have to go in and start checking, okay, why can't the child do this? And then we'll start working with that. And then that is when you now find out that this child, is not just having learning difficulties just like that. This child actually has a disorder. Okay. And this can be really hard for some parents, especially Africans, when you are told that your child maybe has ADHD, or your child has autism, or your child has whatever that makes the learning process slower. And then you are told that your child will be going to a special class of maybe 2, 3 people, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And because this is not something we are used to, especially from our culture, from our country, you feel like they want to take your child to a mumu class. No, that is not the case. If it be that other people in the class are more challenged than your child, but the main reason why your children are going to special class is because your child needs a smaller room with smaller people, and preferably a one-to-one teacher. You can only have that when you are in a special class. When you're in a normal class, you guys are like 20, minimum of 20. If you are like in UK, my kid sister is telling me they are up to 30 something in class, right? So an autistic child will not be able to strive in such environments. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, Emira. Thank you. Thank us, area for Ann Comma. Thank you. The buff me. Thank you so much. So that is one side of it. The second side of it is that it is how do I say it? It's easier to find these symptoms or this disease or this disorder. Let me not say disease, this disorder within the male child than it is with the female child. And I will tell you why. Now, female children are, normally less problematic. They are likely to be introverts. So when something is wrong, you might not know. Why men, boys, they are the jiggy jiggy jaka jaka jiggy jiggy, So when something is wrong, it's easier for you to know that something is wrong. Miss Larry, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Essay here, Favor P. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're talking about autism and we're talking about children. Okay, so that is it. So we're talking about the abnormal tone of voice. Their voice is, you know what that means. There's avoidance of eye contact or poor eye contact. Most people with autism, they eye contact, like eyeball to eyeball, is very hard for them. So that's why we always tell mothers, okay, not me, but I hope nurses tell you, because we as pedagogues, they've already taught us the importance of looking at your child eyeball to eyeball from a very young, as in from when the baby don't come out. When you're talking to the child, it's essential, 100% important, that when you talk to your child, you look at the child eyeball to eyeball. When you don't, they look pikin don't, they look another place. It's two things involved. Is it that the child is not used to you looking at the child eyeball to eyeball, and according to experiment or whatever, kids that were not looked eyeball to eyeball, there's a better chance or bigger chance of them being a sociopath or a psychopath when they grow. So this is not just look there for eye. It's actually important. It's essential. That's one. So they might not want to give you eye contact because they're not used to eye contact, because you normally don't give them eye contact. That one day. But most times, one of the easy thing for me to get, like, okay, I can give you an example. There was a time me and my friend Thelma, we were taking a walk. I think from her house, she used to stay close to me. So from her house to my house, we were taking a walk. And as we saw this guy, this boy, young boy, probably a teenager, a taxi dropped him and he was walking home. So when we were walking towards him and he was walking towards us, and we were to pass him, okay? Now, because I work with autism, I was using my time to kind of calculate the whole thing, because I was looking at his eyes and I could see that he was feeling kind of insecure while coming towards us. But we have to pass each other, okay? Now, I'm looking at him with my pedagogical eyes, okay? Thelma is not a pedagogue. My friend, she's not a pedagogue. So what she thinks in a normal world is that, okay, this guy is looking a little frightened, so let me smile and let me talk to him for him to feel comfortable as we pass, okay? So we're passing and we get close to each other, and she looks him eyeball to eyeball, and she greets him, okay? She says, hi, and, she just, tried to make him feel comfortable. And then and then she's like, hello, hey, everybody's here. Thank you. I did live today on my Facebook, so I just brought the look here, and very look eyeball to eyeball. Yes, Minister Jenny, thank you so much for coming. I know say soon you'll still go do your live, but we did there. We did there. Full house here. Welcome everybody. Remember to thumbs up. Remember to share what we're talking about is really important. So, how many of you are following the gist? Tell me. How many of you are following the gist? I'm talking about gist. I never take picture. If you're following the gist, let me know. May I not just dey talk to myself? If you're following the gist, let me know. Meanwhile, let me be taking picture of myself. I've not taken picture of this look. Okay, someone is following. Okay, some people are following. So where did the story stop? Where did the story stop? Wait, may I take picture first? Okay, so my friend greeted the little boy. So I just did. So she greets the guy now. As she greet the guy, and the guy had his hands in his pocket, and you know when you're looking down like this, and then she greets you, and then you go forward. You understand? And he left, and then she felt somehow. She was like, "Oh, okay, that was." And then I told her, I said, "I can bet you that that guy is autistic. Even the fact that it was a special taxi that brought him home, so it shows you that he can't even, as in, he probably has anxiety and can't be on a public transport. That's why, he took the cab." So I tried to explain to her. I said, "What you just did now, if I will not, when I say a neotypical person, I mean a normal person, but I don't like to use that word normal because even autistic people are normal, if you understand what I mean." Okay. So I told her, I said, "What you did just now for a neotypical person, that was the best approach." I said, "But for an autistic person, you just gave him hell because he doesn't even know what, like, you understand what I mean? You even made him more conscious and more scared than he was in the first place." Do you understand? So what you would do for a neutral typical person, most of the times with autistic people, is almost the opposite. Now, when I say the opposite, obviously, I don't say you will not slap a neurotypical person and then you want to go and slap autistic. Obviously not. But I'm not when it comes to violence or whatever. Violence is violence, no matter where. You understand what I mean? But for example, now, if you hug me, you hug me small, I will feel it. But for an autistic person, depending on how their senses are, there are some that you need to squeeze before they will even feel it like the way we will feel it. Do you understand? So I started explaining to her, and I said, the best way you can see one of those things is by the eye contact. When you see a young person like that, a teenager that should be able to look you eyeball to eyeball, because it's not like in Nigeria where they'll be like, "Oh, you can't look at your senior in the eyes." European standard, it is disrespectful not to look eyeball to eyeball. So when you see a teenager, when you see someone fighting with eye contact, most of the times they are going through this disorder. You understand? So so he was really, really nervous, and and she could feel that he was nervous, but she thought that he was nervous because we were black. You understand? And I was like, it has nothing to do with that. I am so sure I am at least 80% sure that that guy was suffering from autism. I don't know if I should say autism or he's living with it, because it's not something. Autism cannot be cured. Let me just tell you guys that first of all, it cannot be cured. It's not curable. Okay, unless through miracle. Say you can't say a miracle working God, I can't do one for you. But there's no medicine you can drink to remove autism. So that's it. Okay, so let's who they call me. um so let's go to the next point that I also read. It said avoidance of eye contact or poor eye contact. Yes, it says behavioral disturbance. Now, this behavior disturbance, I'll give you some instances. Like, you see some of them, they make noise. They don't talk, but they'll be making noise. You see that they'll be saying, they can be saying it the whole day. Or one that we have, that he will close his ear. And he can keep on and keep on and keep on. Now, they have different reasons on why they do this. Some is because, first of all, when it comes to their senses and all that, body senses, how many senses we have. Okay, there are some people like this guy, this specific person. He makes noise because in his cognitive in his brain, or how do I explain it, he hears everything. He's so sensitive. I don't know how to explain it. It's like he has super hearing. So he hears literally almost everything, which can be stressful. So now he makes noise to overshadow the noise that he's hearing, if that makes sense. Okay, so right now my computer, okay, it's not only about being sensitive, it's about having the skills enough to differentiate noises. Okay, so for example, I'll give you an example. I can be playing music here, okay, and no, not let me not use that. Something can be happening outside. I can be music can be going on outside, and I can be listening to my own music here, which is another music, and I'll still be able to follow up. Why? Because I have the ability to filter, to select the hearing that is more important to me, if you understand what I mean. There are some people, when they are reading, they don't want any noise whatsoever because they will not be able to concentrate. Then there are some people that can even be listening to music while they are doing mathematics, while they are doing their homework. If they are not having music on there, some people are even listening to music while they are doing exams. While there are some people that it has to be completely silent for them to be able to concentrate. Do you understand? We have different selective, some people will say they have selective hearing. Now, you can be doing something now, and if I try to concentrate, I will be able, like right now, I can hear my computer, I can hear myself. But if I concentrate as I'm talking right now, I will still be able to hear the cars that are, that are driving in my main road. Okay? Now, I have selective hearing. Right now, I can hear them, but it's not disturbing my talk right now because in a way, consciously or unconsciously, I have the ability to close that hearing of what is going on outside because I'm concentrating here. These people cannot do that. They cannot close one and open one. So for him, he's hearing that, he's hearing this, he's hearing that, he's hearing this, he's hearing that. The only way he can put that out is for him to close his ear and by himself be making noise. So as he's making noise, that noise is like overshadowing the other noises that he's hearing. But you not like noise, but we when they hear you, they do the noise. We're hearing you do noise. You understand? So now in that noise that he's saying, you know the good sound, and you also know the bad sound. The bad sound and the good sound, sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you have to see them to see their body language to be able to know that, okay, this person is being challenged right now. When they are challenged, they have different ways. Some are violent to the next person, and some are violent to themselves. Okay, I don't even know which one is better, because sometimes when you see the people, the ones that hurt themselves, when you see it happening, it is so heartbreaking. Like, even me talking about it right now, I feel like crying, you know. And but then it's still not funny if they are challenged, and when they're challenged, they, are violent against the workers, because who wants to go through that? Nobody wants to go through that. So, but yeah, so that's for the disturbance, and then if they are excited, they have different ways to show their excitement. If they are anxious, they have different ways to show the anxiousness, but it's just, noise. There is a child close to me here. He's 2+, but I'm seeing most of these symptoms in him. But it means the mom keeps rebuking it instead of finding help. They go tell her for school. No worry. They'll tell her in school, Christiana, that is Africa for you. For them to seek scientific advice, they will say, cast and bind, my pastor say. I swear to God. What else? Okay, so in the language comprehension, like, it goes slow for them, okay? Very slow. It doesn't mean that their brain is completely brain dead. Not completely, but it's very, very, very slow, okay? So when it's talking about comprehension, in language comprehension, depending, you can't all of a sudden start teaching them another language, stuff like that. And even when you do speak, when even though you do talk, sometimes you'll be thinking if they understand what you're saying, you understand. But for example, someone that is going through hard autism, like the people that I'm going through, that I work with, for example, if you have an accent, for example, let's say you're speaking Danish and you have one kind one kind strong English accent, for example, and then you're speaking Danish to them, they will not be able to comprehend that. But if it's a typical person, they will know that you are speaking Danish with accents. You understand? If it's even a child you are talking to and you're using your accent, the child will tell you, for example, if you say, okay, so now I want to say I'm tired in Danish, but I'm going to say it in an English accent, okay? And then I'm going to tell you what it is in Danish accent, and then I'm going to tell you the difference, okay? So, for example, if you tell a child, a neurotypical child, "Jeg er maltrat," that's me speaking Danish in an English accent. He will understand what you said, but he will tell you that it's not called trat, it's called trat. So if you want to say it in Danish, you say "Jeg er maltrat." Yamatrat. But if you were saying it in English, you say Yamatrat. You understand? Now, if you tell an autistic person Yamatrat, finish. He not even understand what you talk. Because you said it wrongly, the person does not understand. Okay? And autistic people, I always say that we are the ones to adapt to the world. They are not the one who is supposed to adapt to our world. Okay? So it's like if they want pass this my door now, they should not bend down to pass it. If they're too tall, we break the door so that they can pass it well. Okay, so we have to adapt to them and not the other way around, because it's easier for us to adapt to them than it is for them to adapt to us. but of course, depending on the situation. Okay. My son is almost 8. He talked with his friend, very, very sociable, good in school, but his teacher complained to me that he refused to talk or flow with adults. Okay. Yes, it's a lot of challenge for parents with disabled kids. Very, 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 very. So your child he doesn't relate well to adults. What of at home? Why is it breaking your heart? It shouldn't break your heart. So okay, so your child is having difficulties with authority for some reason, and I don't want to tell you how you how do I say it? I don't want to tell you how to take care of or how to grow your kids, and I don't know what you do at home. But one thing that works is we should try as much as possible not to scold children. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know. I know. It's easy for me to say because I don't have kids. I know. But you see, scolding is doing more damage than good. Do you get? And it also depends on your child, how sensitive your child is. There are some children you can scold and they'll do or they she nothing they happen. You understand? And then there are some children that scolding doesn't really work well with them. So instead, it makes them scared of authority. Instead, like me, for example, I have that thing kind of, I still have it till now. If my boss wants to see me, I don't dey fear, even though say I not do anything. Like authority, I don't dey fear say, did I do something wrong? What happened? This, that. You understand what I mean? Every time. I am learning now to believe myself, to believe in myself. You understand? It's something I just realized I do. And my boss had to call my attention to it. And when she called my attention to it, I had to go home and think for myself. And I thought about it, and I realized that, you know, most of these things comes with our upbringing. We think that we're okay, but we're not okay. You understand what I mean? We think that we're okay, but we're not okay. Communication is key. I know they talk say I no go slap my pikin o. That's not what I'm saying because my hand dey. I really, really hope, really, really hope that I marry a husband that is a non-violent kind of person. Like if not, is someone that if me self I slap my pikin, he will scold me for slapping my child. I hope that's the kind of husband that I will marry because that will help me. But when it comes to scolding children, when you talk to them, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying your child is going through this. I'm just saying it in a general aspect, in case any other person, okay? The best way for you to resolve conflict or to scold your child when they do something wrong is by talking to them and talking to their conscience. Talking to their conscience. Not don't do this because I said so. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. And they don't really understand why they should not do it. Do you understand? Don't do it, tell them why. Don't do it, tell them why. I know you have to say it a million times. You have to repeat yourself like a million times, but it's needed. Unfortunately, it's needed. You have to keep on doing it. Now, if someone now goes to fight in school or whatever, or maybe the child does something else, when you want to talk to the child, again, you talk to the child's conscience. You make it like now you said, if this thing happen, you want to kill me. You want to kill me. So that tomorrow, when the pikin they do bad, you go they think say, I don't want my mom, this thing will break my mom's heart. And then the child will not do it. That's what I know as the best way for kids. Acknowledge them. Don't attack their personality, but attack their behavior. Their behavior and them are two different people. They are not, it's not one person. Behavior is here, the child is here. We should remember that as well. Okay? Uh so I really don't okay. My son's teacher said when an adult tried to speak with my son, he had this kind of fear in him that they even asked him if I beat him at home. Then he said no. So I tried it. That's when when I call him, he will like shock. His father tried it. When he called him, he will also be shocked and look at you sharply before he answers. Okay. Um, you're proud of me, Miss Larry. Thank you. Oh dear. Okay. So what the specialist told me is that he believes when an elder comes closer to hurt him, so in every moment with him, he needs permission. Communication is the key. It works for me than discipline when necessary. Yes, yes, yes. Very true. Okay, so what is the specialist telling you to try now? Now they're saying this is what is going on. So what are they saying is the solution? Are they saying anything to as a solution? But my son told them I don't even touch, or his father touched him. That was what saved me in Germany. Sleep, please. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy this topic in peace. When I'm angry, my kids try to find out. And when they discover it's because they misbehave, they write me sorry cards, apology. But if I discipline them when it's extreme, you are really an educationist with kids. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you guys are getting one or two. I never born, no. So I only talking from my own perspective and my professional perspective and my personal experience. And I also okay, so kids, okay. So I came to this country at the age of 12, and by that time my kid brother was 1 year plus and my kid sister was a year. Not even a year, she was still a baby. So since then, my mom used to work a lot, and so she was barely home for us. Let me use that word. So she was working a lot. My stepfather was working a lot as well. So I used to take a lot of responsibilities, at home, taking care of my siblings, taking them to school, coming back, yada yada yada. Food and everything. I was doing that from the age of 12. So till further notice. And then our last born, who is 9 next month, I've also been there for her. So, but that time it was just practical knowledge. Okay. There was no professional knowledge, it was just practical knowledge. One of the reasons I also moved out of the house was because I started beating my junior ones, and I thought said to myself, now frustration they do me so it's better I leave the house instead of me start beating my siblings, which I did, and I'm glad for that. And then later, I never thought I was going to be a pedagogue. When I was accepted to the uni, I was like, I don't want to work with kids. Freaking used all my years with my siblings. I'm done with kids. I'm done. I'm going to work as a social worker. I'm going to start uni after the first year. Then I'm going to switch to social working, yada, yada, yada. That was the plan for me. That's what I told myself. Then I started uni, and from the very first day I started, they gave us like introduction about everything. And social, we also work hand in hand with social workers as well, and other psychologists and stuff like that. So we are kind of introduced. The first 3 days was just like introduction to, mic subject and the social subject and everything. And I was like, I know they go that social side though. Now this pedagogue, now yeah, we dey. Why? Because as a social worker, you are more in theory, and you take decision, you take action without really knowing what is going on. You only know what is going on based on what the pedagogues, which are us, what we say, what we write, yada yada yada. You don't really feel the thing well. You understand? So I want to make a change. And as a social worker, I can't really make a change per se, you know. So, but with this, it's like now I know how kids think. Not all kids, of course, God is God, you understand, but you know what I mean. Like from this age to this age, from this age to this age, this is what you're supposed to be thinking, and this is how the child is supposed to be, and this is how the child is supposed to learn, and alternative learning. I'm not a teacher. There's a difference between a teacher and a pedagogue. Okay, so a teacher is the teacher that will be teaching you subjects, math, English, science, nenemi, gbogbo, gbogbo, gbogbo. Pedagogues are more into social skills. We could also teach example. I believe that kids have to be reading at the age of 3, 4, 5.